Call the meeting to order, please. Meeting was posted on the district website as well as at the SAU office. Great. Everyone rise to the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Seeking approval of the minutes from September 3rd meeting. Any second, please? Thanks, Cindy. Discussion on them? These were sent back to the secretary for revision. Yeah. Corrected. Anything else on these? Okay. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Abstentions? Aye. Great. Abstain. Motion carries. The October 7th minutes were on the agenda, but they're actually a joint Yeomans and Gilford board meeting minutes, so they will be approved at the next joint meeting. We're going to get right into our first public comment. If you are a citizen of Gilford and would like to speak to the Gilford School Board, please identify yourself. Come up to the podium, state your name and your address. Please keep your comments to under 5 minutes would be fantastic. Anyone care to speak tonight? Man in the front?
I would actually like my daughter to go first.
Sure.
Right here.
Right at the
Oh, right there? Wonderful. Cool. Okay. I would like to start out by...
Just need your name and address, please.
Oh, sorry. Never done one of these before.
Okay.
But my name is Julia Davis, and I live at 251 Cotton Hill Road in Gilford, New Hampshire.
Thank you.
I would like to start out by saying that I am greatly in favor of the proposed policy on transgender students. And some of you here already know me, but my name is Julia, and I was a student in the Gilford School District from my first day of kindergarten all the way up through graduation. I met some of my best friends and some of my most inspiring mentors during my time at Gilford, and I cherish all of those relationships and memories deeply. And I mean it when I say that my teachers were mentors to me. All of them did an excellent job of giving me a foundation of knowledge to reference now that I'm a college student, and I would consider some of them a key element in my success in ways beyond academics. They helped me grow not only as a student, but as a person. And it's because of them I can say that despite all the homework and all the drama, I truly love going to school here. With all of that said, Gilford is also the place where I first encountered discrimination, hate speech, and bullying based upon my sexual orientation. You see, I'm gay. I always have been, and I always will be. Nothing's going to change that. Believe me. I tried to change it myself for a long time. I spent years fighting desperately to rewire my brain, begging for somebody, anybody, to come along and fix me. I longed for someone or something to just make me into a normal girl. A girl whose description of self didn't align with that which was applied to me by my classmates, my peers who taught me that being gay was bad before they or I even understood the meaning of the word gay. During the same period in which I was going through adolescence and a general discovery of myself, I bore the weight of a label that had been given a negative connotation by generations and generations of Americans who had come before me. That was difficult enough. I couldn't imagine having to fight that same battle with the added burden of being denied such simple and fundamental rights as going to the bathroom that suits me and being called by the pronouns that are, in fact, correct according to my neurological gender. Now, I haven't been here for all of these meetings, but I know by now you've all heard some statistics on LGBTQ plus youth and suicidality. That means you know that LGBTQ plus kids are more prone to thoughts of suicide and attempts at suicide. This issue is deeply personal to me for that very reason, because I was one of those kids. When I was struggling to accept my sexuality, when I was contemplating the possibility of being alienated from my friends and family, the prospect of being further harassed at school and ridiculed for this small and insignificant detail of who I am, I thought about ending my life more times than I could count on all the fingers in this room. I can't tell you how glad I am that I never went through with those thoughts, because now I'm here, standing up for something that I believe in, and fighting to protect people who I care about. Many of my brothers and sisters in this community will never get the chance to do the same. My story isn't universal. Not every kid goes through the same process that I did in accepting my identity, but most of us do have trouble at school, and a lot of us have it even worse at home. I was fortunate enough to come out to a loving and accepting family who, to this day, support me in all of my decisions and embrace me for who I am. I came out to a set of teachers who saw me not as a lesbian, but as a student. I was lucky. Some kids are ignored, some are outright shunned, some are beaten, kicked out of their homes, or worse. We need to protect those kids while they're at school. Because for those kids, having one place, one institution where they can be themselves and where they can be safe, that might be the one thing that stands between them and suicide. So please keep this in mind moving forward. Thank you.
Anyone else care to speak?
Is there a microphone?
No.
I'm Jonna Davis, 251 Cotton Hill Road, and I would like to say that I greatly support the policy to protect our transgender students. Julia is my daughter, and for the naysayers, I raised 3 children, all girls. My 2 older children are heterosexual. Julia is gay. I didn't turn on the I want to have an LGBT child switch while I was pregnant. In fact, I can tell you that this is an experience that no mother wants to see her child endure. Middle school was brutal for my daughter. She knew she was gay and was forced to suppress who she really was because society told her it was wrong. Her fellow classmates knew she was gay and bullied her because society taught them that she was a freak of nature. She was lucky to land in some classes where her teachers had her back, and I am very grateful for those teachers who saw my daughter as the brilliant, thoughtful, ordinary child she is, who just happens to be gay. She made it, but many others aren't so lucky. She wasn't alone in her class. There were other LGBT students, others who experienced the same issues as Julia. Wouldn't it be nice to just start teaching acceptance at a younger age? Parents with children in elementary school, I remind you that your journey has just begun and that you may not realize, but this may be your child too. My child was an ordinary kid. In fact, she still is. I know many other parents whose children came out later in life and they never had an idea that they were gay, but it was there all along. The LGBT gene does not wash away in the shower. We are a community. We all pay our taxes. We all have children that deserve a seat at the table. They all deserve better. Thank you.
Crook TV.